going to go in and do his thing.
There's a lot of talk coming into this game that it's hard to beat the same team twice. Well, you guys did it. How does it feel?
It feels great, gotta give a lot of credit to God, but that's a myth, you can't beat a team twice. Like, I don't know who came up with that, it's a myth. It's just something that someone says, and we beat the odds and we did that, so it feels amazing.
How does it feel now to be able to have a bye week going into the playoffs?
It feels great, we want to take a little time off and right back to work, because like I said, it's not finished. We're going to keep going and keep getting better.
And for some of us that weren't allowed to be out in the field, can you describe what that atmosphere was like, the scene, and the hug? What was going on out there?
Man, I think I just thought back to like last year in this game, the ball wasn't in our favor, it was on the other side of the team. So watching the confetti drop for us, so it's like an amazing feeling. Like it's something you can't describe it, man. You can't describe that feeling. Like it's a once in a lifetime feeling for sure.
6 sacks for the defense.
Mm-hmm.
What can you just talk about this performance and how big that was for you guys to bring yours now?
It's just something we work in and out for, with Coach Schulman and our defensive coach. They put us in great situations to go out there and play and ball. We just got to execute and do our job.
What would you say about Gunnar Stockton's performance coming in like he did for this team?
I love that dude, man. He works so hard. Doesn't complain about nothing. He always got a smile on his face. That's my guy, man. It's my guy, Gunnar Warner, man. That's my guy.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
To follow up on the sacks, y'all gave up some chunk plays, but you had 6 sacks, 14, 15 tackles for loss. How would you describe just what the defense was able to do tonight, making big plays to get Texas behind the chains?
Just resiliency, just come back to our core values. We was backed up a couple times, stuff wasn't going in our favors, gave up a couple plays, a couple shots, but in the day we had to keep going, they're not in the end zone to their end, so we just keep fighting.
What's the mindset of the defense in that second half, knowing, Gunner's in, we need to limit Texas as much as we can? How do you think y'all played in the second half and overtime?
It's our team, it's a team game, it's our brothers, so we had to step it up, just keep on fighting, just be there for our team, and that's something we really pride ourselves on.
Overtime last week obviously kind of took forever. What does it feel like to hold them to a field goal and allow the offense to get a touchdown and have it only go one overtime?
Yeah, we knew when we was up first, you just had to get it back to our offense. They were going to do the rest.
CJ, what was the difference defensively in this game?
Oh, you mean like?
How did you guys hold them back defensively? What was the difference in the plan?
We just had to execute. We had, we knew they was going to look for different stuff that we did last game. Just changing, tweaking a little bit. But y'all just come down and execute. Tackling, get out of blocks, effort, and just run to the ball. That's all it boiled down to.
Would you like to play Texas again? Would you like to match up with them again, potentially?
Whoever we got to play, we'll be ready for it. This one thing we will be, whether it's Texas or wherever anybody, we just going to continue to focus on us and get better. So whatever team just end up being.
CJ, you think about Daylen's game tonight?
You said during your press conference that you were disappointed in last year's SEC championship game loss. You remember that feeling. What does it feel like now to be on the other side of that?
It feels great, because like the confetti dropping, you got your family and the fans and the crowd, and everything you just work for throughout the year, throughout the week, and it just come down to that. So it's an undescribable feeling for sure.
CJ, what do you think about Daylen's performance today? It seems like he has great games against Texas.
Man, Daylen definitely stepped up, But that's him, we knew he had it in him. I know he had it in him, so Daylen's a dog, man. So I'm not too much surprised anyway. So I'm just so happy for him, man. He's been through a lot, and just for him to keep going out there battling day in and out. So I appreciate that a lot.
I know you guys try and block out the outside noise, but he's obviously caught some flack at times during his career. What did it mean for Daylen to be able to not just do it the first time against Texas, but do it again today?
Oh yeah, man. We don't really get into that. We that's our brothers. It's outside. It's outside crowd. We know who he is as a person, who he is as a man. So for him just to keep going and go out there and just ball, so he definitely deserves it. He for sure deserves it. Sure.
Can you give us, after last week's game, that marathon, you face overtime again and get it done? Last week's emotions to this week, how different are they? How similar are they?
I think one thing we do say is 4 quarters or however long it takes, so both of the games being in overtime, so haven't really just needed to just keep going, just keep going for sure.
When overtime came around, we were like, oh no, not this again, or what was going through your mind?
Now a little bit. I thought it was gonna be one of those things like Tech, but we just knew we had to execute, and we was on we was on D first, so we had the opportunity to end it. Just had to give it back to our offense.
So it was probably a lot of relief that beyond winning the SEC title, that when Like Trevor gets in there. Like,
Yeah, I can't lie. It's allowed to read for sure.
How valuable was it going on defense first, knowing you get a stop and suddenly, it changes things for Georgia's offense?
Yeah, it's definitely valuable because, like I said, Georgia Tech game, it was my first time being in those type of situations. So you kind of just like, you got to play, like, no room for error. So this go around, we knew we was on D first, we get a stop, and offense go out and score, we win the game.
Why were you so effective getting tackles for loss tonight? I think y'all finished with like 15 or something like that.
We just playing hard. Like I said, football is on defense just come down to playing hard, executing calls and effort, just beating the man across from you. So that's what it all come down to. I think the coaches, the defensive coaches, put us in a good situation to be successful.
Could you just talk about the bend but don't break mentality? You forced them into a lot of field goals, kept them out of the end zone except for one time. Just the overall philosophy of not letting them get in the end zone.
Yeah, it all starts back to fall camp. We always say they're not in until they're in. So that's something we live by. That's something we stand on. So that's something we truly believe they're not in until they're in.
Did you feel any more pressure as a defense when Carson went down? Felt like maybe you guys had to win it, or was everybody cool? Let's just go do our thing and let the offense do its thing.
Just had to do our job. We were a team. We had to pick each other up. So we all had faith in Gunner, but at the same time, we just had to do our job. Do our part.
Now, what about some time off now? Because you won the conference, you're going to be a top 4 seed. Just look at the big picture ahead of you.
Yeah, you definitely get a couple days off, but when it's time to go to work, it's time to go back to work.
Did you guys feel anything lingering after the Tech game and sort of that longer than usual game? And then by Monday, did you feel normal, or was there any sort of aches and pains that lasted from that?
Oh yeah, man. No matter how you feel, it was a new game. We had a game that Saturday, so no matter how you felt, how you felt mentally or physically, you had to put that past you, focus on the bigger picture.
What about Daylen's performance? 2 huge interceptions.
Yeah, man. I love that guy. Man, he deserved it. I'm so happy for him, man. He deserved it. He works hard in and out, day in and day out. So I'm definitely excited for him.
This is your guys' 4th time straight in the SEC championship game. This is Texas' first year in the conference. You guys are able to keep them from becoming conference champions. How does it kind of feel to defend maybe the old SEC and show that you guys still are the top team in the league?
Man, we're just trying to win, man. That was the thing, for us. So I really didn't matter if that was that first year or third year. We just want to come out here and do our job and win. And we out here victorious. We did.
So trailing at halftime, what were the conversations like in the locker room? What was Coach Smart saying? What were the defensive coaches saying to you guys?
We just had to keep on playing. We had a couple plays. It was on us. A couple things, just little details. That we had to fix and do the halftime. Just to get off the field and just give the ball back to our offense.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Get this light out.
Thanks, Jeff.